Don't mind me, folks. I'm kind of setting up things on the fly because I'm a little late because I bought Chimera Squad, and it's really good. It's super good. I enjoyed the hell out of it. That might be a stream game in the future. Because it's like, I don't know. It feels like XCOM condensed into like the best things about XCOM without like removing like all of the RNG. Like there's RNG in terms of like shots and stuff, but you have a set units and you're more or less doing like 2 to 3 room combat puzzles and working your way around them, and I really like that. I like that like every encounter is like a set room with obstacles and stuff and an objective, and you can just do that objective. It might be tedious after a while, because they probably reuse a lot of objectives and some maps, but I kind of dig that. And I dig the story and the characters on it in it as well. Like that stuff's like really good. But anyway, hello internet. It's the Sunday Clue. Before we do TGSR tonight, where we're finally, good lord, we're finally done with Ghost. The series, at least. We still have 2 fucking movies to go through, but at least one of them will be good, and I'll enjoy that one. The other one, not so much, probably. Although I am stupid and decided to go watch the Ghost stage show. The final stage show. Which is the canon story one because it references the final episode. And I can tell you, I laughed because it's dumb. And I enjoyed the dumb parts of it. But I could just kind of shake my head and go, oh, well, look, I watched more Ghost material. It was probably the best thing Ghost-wise I watched all week. But I have the Drive one from the same subgroup, or sub-person, because I think it's one-man operation on that one. I have that, and I have the Loop Hat one. And the guy's working on a bunch of different stage show stuff. Or maybe gonna do all of the stage shows, at least the Wizard through, like, all the Wizard through, like, Gaim ones? Which, the Gaim one is subbed. I have a copy of the Gaim one. I kind of want the double O's for the Wizard ones, to be honest. I kind of want the rest of the Heisei Phase 2 crew in their final stage shows, since they seem like fun, goofball ones. I don't think if I've seen the X8. I don't think I've seen the X8 one. I might look into the X8 one. See which stage shows are subbed. See if I can find copies of them. But before we get in the clue tonight, it's the Soto blog, and why is Riser 16 so high up? Alright, that's the... Oh yeah, that's the Dino announcement one. I was wondering what blog was that was. I don't know why it was up top. But yeah, for Soto blog this week, or... Well, it's more just the Rider Candy Toy blog. Because they're combining the Shoto blog and the Soto blog. So here we have Shoto X announcing a premium Akito set that will round out your Akito forms with Burning, give you this beautiful G3X. This looks so good. And gives you gills. And it gives you the Shining Caliber in its double-bladed form and the folded-up version when it comes out of the belt. G3X comes with all of his weapons, so his pistol, the grenade launcher, the Gatling gun with the missile tip, the chainsaw, the chainsaw arm, the knife, the baton, and the grappling hook. They're all modular, so they can all be pieced together. I'm kind of sad that the Gatling gun is kind of comes apart and goes back together to form the briefcase and the gun modes. Yeah, it still looks really good. I just wish the weapons were painted. Or at least stickered. I'd be more into this if that was the case, but otherwise these look gorgeous. And Gills has his claw weapons, the extended claw, and his back heels for his rider kick, and an open mouth plate. So a ton of accessories. And it's like $50. Which isn't too bad for a premium set, because that's per figure. Because I would say for any of these candy toy sets, think of them on a per figure basis. That's 16 per figure, which, if you're hitting like 15, 16 per figure, you're fine. And just a reminder about the Kuga Gold Power set. And the recent Retail Shoto X set with the Blade and Stronger. But for AI-07, Popper Dad arrives. It's Type 1. He looks amazing. Like this picture has a bit of overpaint, or a bit of paint marking right there. But otherwise, it looks gorgeous. It looks so good. I'm sure, that's a sticker. There's probably stickers on here in places, but, he still looks so good. And he comes with closed fists because, as they point out down below, they didn't know if Type 1 would be holding a weapon in the movie. So they had just the standard open hand, or, holding hands, as I call them. But once they found out, they just gave him just straight-up fists. So he just has straight-up fists besides holding hands. And it looks so good. And also a little thing from this past week's episode of you kicking the shit out of Bowser because he fucking deserves it. And I believe next week is... Oh, I forgot to show off one more thing that I bookmarked the other day. But next week should be Rampage Vulcan. And that might round out 07? Might. Not sure. But one last thing I wanted to show off is because I was listening to Doc's stream the other day, and they were talking about Star Wars EU stuff, and I was told about this. What is this? This is a man with lightsabers on his knees and lightsabers all along his arms. This is a real character in the Star Wars expanding universe. Pre-Disney acquisition, mind you. So this is original Star Wars EU, which is nonsense. And this is, god damn it. I've been tempted to dive into the expanded universe just to have stuff to read, but this, if this is the kind of stuff I'm expecting, that's to be expected, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if anybody would be ready for that, to be perfectly honest. I was talking to a Blade Reader on Twitter a little bit, because he was mentioning how watching the original series, he was just talking about the tone shift on the original series and the O-Ranger, how both of their tones shifted lighter over the course of the series, and how he was a bit mad that his first introduction to Ichigo was, I don't know if it was Kamen Tyson, but it was one of the Tyson films, and it's just wow, my first introduction to Ichigo was when he was an asshole. What the fuck? And I'm like, yeah. And he asked the question of wondering if Carmer Tyson had like a different script at before like the third act bullshit. Which maybe they did have the whole idea of choose the ending or vote on the ending for the movie, so maybe that was mandated. Because the movie kind of ends before that happens, and it has to re-end after that. I also told him it's just like, yeah, Ichigo being an asshole is not uncommon. The person who wrote that is the person who wrote pretty much every modern Ichigo character point, except like I think Megamax and maybe like some of the net movies that are more comedic in tone. And he's bad at writing Showa era characters. Really bad at it. Dare I say, he should be dumpstered. Please dumpster this man. Please don't let him touch writer ever again. Please stop. Like, I don't know if I can say that about Inoue, because he's currently writing, like, the Kuga manga. And I have more of a mindset of just, let him write the Kuga manga, don't let him back on the shows. It was very well proven with Geo that's like, maybe this is why we stopped letting Inoue write writer. Was the Kiba arc for Geo. It's just like, maybe we should not do this anymore. let him write the Kuga manga. Let him have fun with that. But I'll probably talk about the Ghost Stage show a little bit more on the podcast tonight, so it's kind of relevant to the last episode. It makes that last episode like worth watching, because otherwise it is like a non-episode. Because like nothing really happens. It's more just a preview of Dan and Emu in action, like pre-X8 by like 1 week. At least for Emu by 1 week, and Dan by a couple weeks, I think. I don't remember when his first action scene, or first time he appears in the series to like actually do stuff and fight. I want to say it's like 3 or 4. It's sometime after Brave gets... Yeah, sometimes after Brave gets introduced. Let's go Main Street. Yeah, switching things up, see if I can get some other results. But I think I'm gonna split the episodes 3-2 when we take a break to talk about stuff. Just because, like, the last episode was more or less a one-off episode that kind of has lead-in from the third episode, or the fourth episode has lead-in from the third, but is otherwise more or less a standalone episode. It's technically the final episode of the series, so kind of just want to talk about it on its own. And then we can talk about the non-episode that was 5. Also, there's a lot of just mashing the keyboard in my notes, because Oh, especially in that last episode, I was fucking done. I just want to be done with Ghost. I want to be done with this non-episode of Ghost. Like, the kid that shows up in that episode has more characterization in the fucking stage show. And it is very generic characterization, but he has more of a fucking character in that goddamn stage show I watched than he does in this episode. Maybe it's because he has a few years. Well, the rest of my Soto should come in tomorrow, which, yay! It's apparently been on hold at the local DHL office for, like, the entire weekend for some reason. I don't know why. I wanted 2, not 3. But once those get in, put them together, I'll have all of the main show O-forms and 2 more X8 riders. Which leaves me with technically Snipe and Paradox? Yeah, Snipe and Paradox is the only show riders left. Which I have not seen like a Snipe level 50 or Paradox level 99 in at all. Which makes me think it'll be a pain in the ass to get a hold of them. I can't wait. I've only eliminated 1 suspect, but the other 2 have been locations. Ugh. Ugh. Did get to try out one of the restaurants I've been eyeing for more or less me going out to eat at a restaurant for my birthday. Just get takeout from this place. Ended up at what's called Hibachi Express. Thought it was a local place, but I think it's a chain of restaurants actually. Well, we have like 2 of them in town. But it was pretty good. A lot of stuff. It was more or less practically a platter from Panda Express. Which, for reference on what a platter is, it's one of your like styrofoam dinner boxes that's cut 3 ways. The main one was practically all noodles. Then it had like a thing of vegetables, steamed vegetables, and then a thing of like diced chicken that was done up in teriyaki sauce. And I really enjoyed all of it. I think the only thing I didn't particularly like was the chicken, and I wish the chicken had more done to it. It seemed like the sauce wasn't super sticking to it flavor-wise, so it kind of ended up just being like nice diced chicken. But we had like things of yum yum sauce we got, so just dip that in some of it. But I really dug it. As a substitute for Panda Express, it is a wonderful substitute for Panda Express. This is what I kind of see if they like having a different kind of chicken. Maybe go with that. Maybe it'd be done up better. Granted, I still have the other place that is more like Panda Express, because this seems like a one-size-only order, whereas the other place, which is called like Teriyaki Madness, is more like Panda Express, where the meal you order is in like different sizes. You don't get the same options that you do with Panda Express. But, follow our leads at the moment, and we got a location. Great. But it'd still be worth, checking out. For like a smaller meal, especially like a lunch meal. Oh. Maybe at some point, I get lunch from there. Get lunch for myself there. Oh. This one person must be extremely new to Soto. He's asking what Dai Soto is. That confirms that one. I mean, I know you have two of those, so... The question is, do you have Main Street? I'm probably too far away without a really good roll to even remotely attempt to check that. Yeah, I'm too far away. At least go down the courthouse and be, like, next to it. I guess Plum and Nugget. Shit. There goes courthouse. Well, I guess we know it is. Yep, it's Plum Nugget, Main Street. Damn. Oh. Also, how am I the one always around on the Soda Pop Discord to answer someone's questions about what the fuck something is? And I feel like the least knowledgeable person in that Discord. Which is normal, mind you. Of feeling like the least knowledgeable person, but somehow ending up being the person that answers all the questions. I feel like that's just my life. I'm just like, I don't know everything, but I know enough. I know this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna step away real quick. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Ah. The guy asked about the built ice soda, which Unfortunately, like build Daisoto and like X8 Daisoto, especially X8 Daisoto, I'm not like super knowledgeable on the differences on because it's like the two I can't get much research on in terms of what's the difference without finding someone who reviewed them in English for me to look at and for them to tell me what the difference is. Because for the build one, I think it was the first one to introduce swappable hands in the line, because that's where you got the hands to do builds and building crosses, proper poses, and then that extended into build final, where you got a Grease and Rogue that also did those, along with a bunch of extra parts like I think a couple of empty build drivers, a build driver with the hazard trigger in for Genius, and I think one for Cross Magma with the hazard trigger in, and then like 2 copies of the Bat Wings for like your Night Rouge or your Mad Rouge, or for your Night Rouge and Mad Rouge figures respectively. And I feel like it came with something else, but I can't remember. I think it came with the white Pandora panel. You know, I'm guessing all this, and I have a document that I literally made to track this bullshit that has all this information. Give me a second. Where is it? Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, it came with the extra armor, or the different chest armor for the Phase 2, Phase 3 forms of Evolve. Oh god, I gotta go in and like reset a whole bunch of images because I got warped because of the cell. Clue? You okay? I'm gonna back out. Re-queue, because I think something borked on the queue. But yeah, the X8 one I'm not sure on. Like, I know it comes with the back piece for the Dragonite Hunter armors for, I think, like, the full level 5 armor. And then a Snipe and Brave face to insert in. So you can do the proper, like, full level 5s for them, but the back piece. Because I think the X8 one is fine on those. And it comes with an X8 Brave Snipe, and it doesn't come with laser in any form, if I remember right. Let me double check that real quick. It just comes with those 3 and like all their like every version of their weapon that you could possibly want, and like a full painted back piece for the level 1 forms if you wanted. But I'm not sure, like, structurally, and for those figures, like, what's the difference on that X8 Brave and Snipe from, like, any other previous release of X8 Brave and Snipe. And of course, since Daisoto, okay then. Okay then, Meadowbrook. We're just gonna mark that then. And there's always speculation to have for Daisoto currently of, okay, what thing is going to get thrown into Daisoto that will be carried on into the future, because, like... Really? Really, Scarlet? You gonna jump on that one? Or was that your... No, that was your guess. You're gonna jump on that? Did you get it? First turn? I mean, you wouldn't be guessing if you didn't stumble on it first turn. That would be crazy! Okay, Scarlet, sure. Sure, first turn us. First turn top draws. Okay, that just happened. Try that again. But the improvements from the Daisoto set carry over into the next series. So like the build Daisoto introduced swappable hands, and that's become a mainstay for Soto going forward. They did a bunch of swappable hands for Geo and for 0-1 for all those figures. The Geo one, or not the Geo one. Yeah, the Geo one had a translucent lettering on the face, so all the kanji, katakana, hitagano, all that stuff for the Geo gates and walls that they did. I was about to say, I just saw the monitor. I saw a blink. Thanks, monitor. Why are you not connected? What happened? Okay, you just randomly disconnected real quick. Okay, cool. 1 second. I gotta get that set back up. If I can let it do it for a hot minute. If it will, no? Okay, cool. So I gotta throw everything over here for a minute. So, give me a second. It's at least there. But those were made in translucent to make them catch light and light up, which didn't get carried over into the next into 0-1 because we haven't really seen anything like that. And I don't think there's anything in 0-1 that would benefit from that. But what we have seen is these foot pads that you could put on the bottoms of the feet of your Soto figures. In Geo, they did them to replicate the kanji and stuff that's on their feet for their rider kicks. And while that's not carried over into Soto at all, that has carried over into Soto Chronicle because that's what all of the... Because they've done that for Kuga. Specifically for Mighty, for the Mighty forms, they have those replacement foot pads, so you can like have the Kuga doing a rider kick and have it actually show the Grongi and stuff on the bottom of the feet, which is cool. It is turned on the discoverable. I was about to say, computer, what the hell's going on? Oh my god. I am severely at the point of just breaking down and getting an additional graphics card at some point and installing it in my computer just to have a third monitor. That I don't have to do this wireless connect bullshit too that I swear is just not as reliable as it fucking should be. You were not that far apart, you were not that far away from each other in terms of the router. Why do you disconnect all the time? I don't understand. Why do you disconnect all the time? Why do you just randomly disconnect? What interrupts your connection? Let's go Banquet Hall. Don't really have a good lead on this one. Well, Scarlet, of course, and gun. Always. Scarlet likes her guns. Okay, that confirms weapon at least, but that might be suspect location, so we're about to see Orchid get thrown in jail. Well, I'm not playing Orchid. Alright then. Guy's like, I want Shining Hopper, but I just don't have the money for it. And I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling of money at least, and especially with some of the X8 stuff, it's just availability. At least on Monorake, just trying to find it for like a not stupid price. Not necessarily on Monorake, but like anywhere else besides Monorake. Just like, I would like this, but not for a stupid price. Not for an absorbent price, but like. Yeah, it's never been a thing on the Soda Pop Discord to be like, oh, hey, I got extras of this, because, like, hey, if someone's got something extra of something I'm after, I would not mind, like, just snatching it from them, but why do I have 5 locations? What the fuck? How the hell do I have 5 locations? A bank? I have 4 locations to pick from, so just hit him, Scarlet. Gun. Or no, not gun. Whip. We have gun. So, that's out. Because I don't think I've seen, like, level 50 snipe available since I've started hunting on Mondarake. I think I've seen Paradox, like, once or twice, maybe. Oh my god. Really? Another location? Oh my god. We're gonna have locations soon enough. I haven't seen those. Blood and Cross Build are the odd ones that are the ones I think actually the only ones left in like the main build or the main stuff from build I'm wanting. And I think I saw like a cross once in the last couple of weeks, but I didn't commit to it, so... Or cross build. And then Prime Rogue, which is just forever in stock. There's just so much Prime Rogue on Monterake. I was wanting to get the final set for build final, but I eventually just went, you know what? I'm getting Grease Perfect Kingdom in in 01 Soto, which gives me a Grease form. Not necessarily like my favorite Grease form, but a Grease form. And I eventually went, do I really want to go out of my way to get final build, get a bunch of accessories, like half of which I'm not going to use. Like I'd use one of the empty drivers on my Cross Magma, but like I'm not going to use the hazard ones. I'm not going to use the Evolt armors. I have no use for the Rouge wings, even though I have a Mad Rouge. It'd only just be like the Rogue and Grease, and it's like, if I have a Grease, do I really need Grease in this base form? Oh my god. Oh my god. So, I just decided, like, you know what, let's just go get Prime Rogue. Because that gives me a Rogue form. And his final Rogue form. And because of that, I more or less get, like, all of the forms of the build riders in the final piece of build media, which is the Grease v Cinema. Since Prime Rogue appears in that, because it can, I guess. But not Cross Evolt, which I've skipped out on. And I think that's just because I don't like Evolt as a character. I'm just like, I don't like how this came about in the Cross v Cinema. Yeah, there's Prime Rogue, and then the couple bits of Double Chronicle, which is, at this point, the last premium set that is out currently that I don't have, which is the Axel Skull set. And then, at this point, more or less the first Chronicle wave, because I'm kind of committed to just getting all of Double Chronicle at this point, because it would probably end up being easier for me to just get the first Chronicle wave and pick up the Cyclone, or the Soto Cyclone. Because, funny enough, Soto Cyclone is just like, it's probably the most plethora of Double Chronicle for Soto on Monterake, which I find both hilarious and sad. That the Ichiban Kuji lottery item is the most plentiful thing on there. Out of every Soto Chronicle release. All of them. Well, I think that's game, folks. What is this? What is it with people stumbling on the... no? Okay. I was about to say. To jail. Rose Whip. And that rose. Yeah, that, what's at the end? Metal Cluster Hopper and 001 are going to get put on there, which those are going to be fun, because Trying to find the 0-1 things without the solo 0-1 things on Mandarake. Joy, that's going to be a search and a half. And more or less me committing to immediate buy, because that's just going to be a pain in the ass later, and I would rather not deal with it. Thankfully, I have a little money in to do that. I ain't getting it anytime soon, because like all the shipping on Mandarake is like DHL, and they're backed up on that, so I wouldn't see those until probably AI's 07 comes out in 2 months at the start of June. That, and I have some like filler stuff, which is like a Dorima Fibbeat armor for Poppy, Dragonite Hunter armor for Laser, what else? The Hell Brothers, so I can have like the full Hell Brothers suit. What else? What else? Buma. Toot Toot Killabus. And something else. I can't think of what the other thing is. I could pull up the doc. Why don't I just pull up the document on the side? I have the room to do it. I'll see whatever I'm missing. Blood Cross Rogue. Regular Chronos, because since I have both of Volt's, or both of Volt's main forms, I might as well get both of Chronos' full main forms. Because why not? So just a regular Chronos. Which I could take a Grammar Driver off somebody and just slap it on there and just have it be like, hey, here's my snipe. In the form I don't like snipe in. Where he's not snipe. But that's it. I haven't updated this in a while, but like, most of what's available is like my filler stuff instead of like the main stuff I'm after. Which isn't surprising because like it's more or less down to the stuff that's like hardly available and hardly comes in, and if it does, it's kind of immediately gone. Orchid and Whip. Kinda just shooting in the dark on this one. Graveyard, hey, we're down 50-50. More like not, because it's probably jail. So, you're probably just going to live in jail for the rest of the game. I would have that Axel Skull set if Bluefin went through with their orders, but it probably didn't, so that sucks. Needed a drink. Well, I guess Rose has it. Nope, on Scarlet. We know not Scarlet. It might be Whip in jail, to be honest, but it's not Scarlet. Congratulations, Rose. You have been eliminated. Good day. So what happens if Orchid guesses and she's wrong? Do I win by default? I don't think I've won by default yet, in Clue. Back to jail. Got it. We got it! This means you head Main Street and... Not even gonna bother to guessing the rest. Alright. I was looking over to be like, Tommy's probably gonna tell me either gonna hop in or tell me to do another game. He told me to do another game. I'm doing another game then. Boo. I just see someone in Discord be like, I wish some writer movies got their CGI updated, and I'm just like, CG is expensive. First of all, CG is expensive. Second of all, writer has nowhere close to the budget for the really good CG, which is why we get kind of the bad CG. Thirdly, the hardest CG in the world is compositing, or the hardest part of CG is compositing it. And that takes effort. That takes a lot of effort, which takes a lot of money, which is why it sometimes just looks out of place. It's just like, yeah, we can't make this any better. Compositing's hard. Granted, I've always been I can tell when something's CG because it has... I don't know. CG stuff to me always looks like it has this kind of finish to it that denotes it as CG. This kind of... I wouldn't say glossy, but like rounded finish to it that usually denotes that it's CG. Like it's too perfect. Or not too perfect, like too detailed sometimes. Like I'm not sure how else to describe it. It's just like I don't know. Sometimes CG stuff has this quality to it. Just like, yeah, that's yeah, I can tell that's CG. That's computer generated because like it has this like weird finish to it that doesn't look real. Let's go grab a taxi. Bail on the game. Bail and leave and hope it's not us. That's new. That's a weird font for a player name. Why is that font not like normal font for a player name? That's weird. That's extremely weird. Crap. I have to reset my password from a school account because it's that time of year for it to be for me to reset it, which it's not like I need the account anymore, to be honest, but I might as well reset it anyway. In case I need it. I don't think I will need it. Hey, Soda popping out their new podcast tonight. So I guess I'm watching it after we're done. Also, I'm curious to see how long they go at. Like, they got a lot of R20. Okay. Back when Muscles knew what happened that he's gonna be doing is on the Dreamcast, which damn. First one he's done on a console, and yeah, the Dreamcast did not. It unfortunately failed spectacularly. Just by being like too soon on what it was doing. Because it was the first console to really try a lot of online stuff, a lot of have a lot of internet connectivity just before that was a thing. And I think, much like many failed consoles, it did not have a good lineup of games to keep it alive over its lifespan. That goes past us. Goes past Plum. Mustard? Nope. Scarlet? Nope. Oh. Oh, okay, Orchid. Okay. Sure. This is just the trend tonight. Everybody just landing on the answer within their first couple turns. That's just tonight, apparently. Well, that game was probably shorter than Tommy was expecting, so... Probably just hang out here for a second. Wait, there are 4 episodes out for 7s already? Ugh. I'm not biting. Nope, nope, nope. There is not enough give a dams in the world for me to hop on that one right now. I honestly think I'm just burned on the idea of watching a Yu-Gi-Oh series. Like the cards, sure, but the series, no. No, get me off this train. I want nothing to do with this train. If we hit that follower goal, I think... Shit, I don't have a plan for Wednesday. I might just do Chimera Squad for a stream. I don't have a plan for Wednesday at the moment. Because I'm not doing more Genealogy of Justice. Oh, that game sucked. That game was the worst. I don't want to do more of it. I probably will do Chimera Squad once I got it. We'll do 3.5 hours of it, and if I'm still feeling like streaming it, I'll stream more of it. Because I think my only other options in mind right now are... I could start Coliseum. Or Pokemon Coliseum. And see how far we go on that one. But a recent review talked about how much of a grind that game is, and I'm just like, I kind of want to do that, then Gale of Darkness, and not just Gale of Darkness, which is, I believe, the superior one in all regards, but I kind of still want to do the first one. But there's that. I'm not doing Battle Network after I just wasn't feeling it. There's not really anything SNES-wise I would do that I can think of at the moment. Without just digging into the SNES folder, which... You know, I have that alphabetized now, or like separated by first letter. I might as well like search through it. Let's see what's in my... What's in the good SNES folder. Nothing there. Ah, no. Stop. Nothing there. What's an ace? Adventure of Batman and Robin. I wonder if that's the one I used to play all the time on the Sega Game Gear. There's Art of Fighting, which is, I think Terry Bogart's first game? Some Bubsy, some Bugs Bunny. Bust-a-Move? NBA Championship. NBA Playoffs game. Oh. I'll probably do, like, stream a Chimera Squad. If I like it after, like, 3.5 hours. Like, let that be a thing. We'll beat that on stream. So why not? Let's me focus more on, like, Persona 5 Royal off stream. Which I should play more tomorrow. But there's that. Yeah, besides that, it's just really Coliseum is the only thing I got planned at the moment. I don't really have plans for anything else. Not until, like the Sword and Shield DLC comes out. The first Erosion Shield DLC, and I want to go through that on stream. Us getting our good Kung Fu child and training him up to be a Kung Fu master of one of two disciplines. I don't know which one I would pick. Might as well. I guess we'll do another one. I'll go 3-man. 2-1-3 split. Okay. Okay then. Orchid? Please tell me. Thank you. I was about to say, please tell me you did not just stumble upon the answer. I guess we will have to room and guess other stuff. I'll pick Scarlet, but it will be Ski Pole instead. And we'll see what happens. Ooh. I was looking through the Twitter for a person that's subbing that subbed like the Ghost and Drives final stage shows and found someone who linked the double one in a big batch, and I'm gonna just quietly favorite that, bookmark that for later, because I would like to watch that when given the chance. Well, we've got a lot of leads to chase, and let's go observatory instead of hot tub room. Peacock and rope. Le rope. Was it le fancy rope? That is 8 different things that only 6 of which could be. God damn it. Could be in Orchid's hands, so. Well, I guess we get thrown in jail. I get to change the peacock skin. Yep. 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 I guess Maid Peacock is next. But I'm gonna get up, walk around real quick, and take a bit of a break. Did the Discord overlay? No? Okay, just turned off when I transitioned. For some reason. Then I get up, walk around for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I see that my TV is disconnected again. Thanks, TV. Hello.
Hello.
I made a terrible mistake today.
Okay.
You know how I told you the Ghost Stage Show was subbed?
You went ahead and watched it.
I went ahead and watched it. You know what's... You know what's better than Urison?
What?
Urison if he was a robot. Because Takeru's kid in the future, when he is New Ghost, he gets his own Urison that is a robot. Called Robosin.
Robosin.
Yep, Robosin. And it's blue instead of orange because... I don't know.
Reasons.
Yep. Also, Takeru's dad comes back for this V Cinema from the dead because he can. So we can have a grandfather, father, son fight. Against the big bad, who also becomes not Kamen Rider Extremer. Which makes it so that, like, 3 different villains have become that exact thing. Except not. And it makes me kind of mad. But in better news, I've got a Drive one and the Loop Hat one bookmarked for later. And the Double one for also later, but it's raw. It's not subbed. So, how was the watch?
Meh.
How was the last episode?
Bunch of I don't understand.
I can only provide so many answers depending on your question.
No, my question more is something you never could answer. Because there probably isn't an answer.
Is it related to Xade?
It's why.
Oh.
There's so many whys.
Why is Emu Xade like 5 months before he should be?
Questionably? And I say that because, show also throws super mixed statements out there. Because, bear in mind, they're celebrating Takeru's other birthday. Which, on its own, could specify that, this could be, a year after kind of deal. Yet they also have made comments that also put it directly after, meaning it's like, oh my god.
I think they mean his birthday by meaning you're not dead. Let's celebrate the fact that you're not super dead. Even though that was apparently never a consequence we had to worry about after Boost, I guess.
Yeah.
But you ready?
No.
Did
we have to do it? Yes. But...
yeah, that's how I feel. It's extremely how I feel. You're going to spot a lot of those points throughout the notes. Anyway, I'm going to take the stream down. We'll be right back with the last batch of Ghost episodes. Forever.
Maybe.
Yes. No, that's a yes. Yes, it is the last forever. I am calling it now. It's the last forever. We are not going back to this. Ever. I refuse. See you in a bit, folks.